What's up guys, AJ here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about exactly why you need REDX as a real estate agent. But first, real quick, you might be asking, what is REDX? REDX is a system that will get you all the data for expired listings, for sale by owners. You can do a neighborhood search so you get all the data in case you want to do just listed, just sold type calls. So you're going to get phone numbers. In some cases you might get emails. And there's also a power dialer to make your prospecting sessions more efficient. A lot of agents will actually use REDX as their CRM system. A CRM system is a contact relationship management software. You definitely want a CRM system in your business to keep all of your clients in there, your prospect, your leads. It's really just a great way to make sure that you're doing a good job with your prospecting and your follow-up systems. In my last video, you can go back and check that out, that I posted a couple of days ago. I talked about how expired listings saved my career, and without a system like REDX, I definitely could have not been successful when it comes to seller prospecting. Without getting the numbers delivered to my system every single day, without having a power dialer, meaning I could actually automatically call up to 3 people at a time, there's no way I would have stuck with it. There's no way that every day I would have shown up and prospected consistently, because it's just too hard to every day, open up your laptop and try to find all the phone numbers for the expireds or the for sale by owners. It just takes too long. And to have to hand dial every single one, it would be tedious. In fact, I always relate a power dialer to being in a roller coaster in a really good way. If you don't like roller coasters, well, the power dialer still might be for you. So on a roller coaster, right, you're locked in, you're going up, 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 and then your stomach's kind of turning, that anticipation's building, and then as soon as you go down, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And you can't get out. You're on the ride. You're along for the entire ride. It's really the same thing for prospecting. Every single day when you're new to it, you might get a little bit of butterflies in your stomach because you're anxious to face really the rejection, right? With a power dialer, as soon as you hit go, you're kind of locked in because it just keeps calling the people for you. So if you get some rejection, it just goes on to the next one really fast. And before you know it, you're getting a lot of wins, having a lot of great conversations. So the rejection doesn't sting as much when it comes, and it will come. However, when you increase your confidence by getting those wins, because you're able to call the numbers so efficiently and the data is so good, so you're getting a hold of a lot of the homeowners, your confidence builds up so much. Within a matter of days, weeks, maybe months, if you're really affected by the rejection, it will eventually just subside and you won't even care. In fact, you'll know that every no gets you closer to a yes. Before I sold my real estate business, and when I started prospecting back in 2013, I knew that for every person on the phone that said no, I was paid $85. How many no's would you get on a daily basis for $85 per no? You'd probably stand outside, the nearest mall and get no's all day. 100 no's is $8,500. And when you figure out your numbers and you know your numbers like that, it's like, okay, no problem. Let's go. Let's keep going. I really want to make the point of why you should be using a dialer. In fact, according to Prospecting Today, agents who use a dialer are twice as likely to earn $80,000 per year or more compared to agents who don't. Knowing that, you can't afford not to have a dialer, right? And I just wanted to read that to you because that's an amazing stat. Think about that. You're twice as likely to make $80,000 or more when using a dialer, and it's because you can work more efficiently. If you're making more contacts than every other agent on a daily basis, you're going to make more money. When you think of it like that, hand dialing is actually costing you money. Just think about it. So let's say I'm using a dialer and I can make 10 contacts per hour, but you're hand dialing and can only make 5. I'm essentially doing twice the amount of work as you in the same amount of time. So therefore, I should be making twice as much money as you. And I found that to be true. Within my first 2 years of real estate, I was one of the top agents in my office. And I give a lot of credit to using a dialer and having a strong data system like REDX. Another reason is prospecting is just harder hand dialing. It's harder without a dialer. And it's for a lot of the reasons that I'm talking about, but it's really just this mental thing. When you get rejected and you actually got to pick up the phone, I've seen memes where it's like a 900 or the 800-pound gorilla sitting on the phone. It's so true. It's so hard to make that next call. The power dialer is literally going to power through that fear of rejection, power through that fear of calling. Now let's talk about how much the data costs and why you want to be paying for data. Now again, the data is just like the phone numbers, emails in some instances. REDX is far superior than pretty much every other system out there. It's one of the first to get into the game of selling expired data for sale by owner data, neighborhood data, and it's one of the companies that I came to rely on. You see, what I found was there's some out there that are way more expensive. Sure, the data might be a little better, marginally better, but it's so expensive it really makes it cost prohibitive to use, especially in a market like we have today where there's not a lot of expired listings. And the dialer, to be honest, in this specific system that I'm not going to mention, was not very good at all. And then there's others that are cheaper, but the data is awful. You might as well not even be paying for data. So what I found with REDX is, for the value, it's the best system on the market. The cost is right there in the middle, and the data is superior than most other providers. So let's dive into what the cost is going to be for the data, and then I'll talk about what the cost is for the power dialer, and there's a few options there too as well. If you want the expired listing data, it's going to be $59.99 per month. If you want the for sale by owner data, it's going to be $39.99 per month. And if you want what they call the geo leads, which is essentially, geographic or neighborhoods, if you want those types of leads for calling just listeds, just solds, just calling into neighborhoods, doing what we call circle prospecting, that's going to be $59 per month. REDX has come out with 3 different dialer systems, and I love the newest one that they came out with, which is the preview dialer. The preview dialer is $59 per month, but it's limited to 1,500 minutes. I think this is a great option for part-time agents, newer agents who just want to dip their toe in the water, see if seller prospecting is for them. Hey, it's not for everybody. I get that. There's a lot of other ways to be a successful agent. This is just the best way to be a top listing agent in your market for the lowest amount of money and in the least amount of time. So if you're a part-time agent or just want to dip your toe in the water, go ahead and sign up for the preview dialer. Now the next one is the single line dialer. Now this is unlimited minutes and it's $99. This is for the agent who really wants to take it to the next level. They want to be a top listing agent. They know they're committed. They're putting their money where their mouth is. They're putting skin in the game. They're like, hey, I'm in, I'm getting after it, but their budget's limited. Now you can really get some great results with a single line dialer. You're just not going to be able to make as many contacts per hour, so be mindful of that. Remember when I talked about the person who makes the most contacts per hour wins, the person who makes the most contacts per hour makes more money? Hey, I get it. When I started, I was putting everything on a credit card. I put my first coach on a credit card. I put everything on a credit card when I first started. So if money is an issue and you can't afford the next one I'm going to talk about, then go ahead and just sign up for the single line dialer, $99 a month, unlimited minutes. Now the third one is the triple line dialer. This is $149 per month and you get 3 lines, triple line dialer, right? Now this one is amazing, and this is the one that I always used. I was always calling with 3 lines because I know the more contacts I make, the more money I make. You want this dialer if you're all in, you're pot committed, you're ready to put your money where your mouth is. You're like, I'm going all in, this is me, I'm making this happen. Then go ahead and get this one. And honestly, for an extra $50 a month, like you could really like sell something in your house. I mean, a lot of you watching this, if you're younger, if you're a millennial, you probably got some old video games laying around, video game system. Hey, get rid of that anyways. It's time to focus. It's time to make money. You can do something to make an extra $50 a month. So if you really want this, if you know in your gut, I want to be a listing agent, real estate's going to be a career for me, failure is not an option, then go ahead and get the 3 line dialer now. If you made it this far, you probably like what you're hearing about REDX. So if you want, I have a link in the description down below for $149 off REDX. They waive the setup fee. So again, if you want to sign up for REDX, the link is in the description. Honestly, if it wasn't for the knowledge that I just shared with you, thankfully I learned it within my first year of real estate. The first 6 months, I really didn't know what I was doing. But once I discovered that there was a system that could help me with seller prospecting, I went all in. And without it, quite honestly, I don't know if I would still be in real estate now 10 years later, financially free, building more wealth every single month through all of my investments and my residual income that I was able to create, have a real estate team of over 6,000 agents through eXp Realty. It's been a blessing in my life. So if this is something that you feel like you need to get to the next level, I can honestly say that there is no quicker way to taking listings. There's no cheaper way. Yeah, it's gonna take some hustle, it's gonna take some grind, it's gonna take some focus, it's gonna take consistent effort, it's gonna take practicing your skills, but I can promise you if you take it serious and you do it consistently and you're always leveling up your skill sets, you'll become a great listing agent. You'll have the leverage because you're the listing agent in your market. You'll be having a great quality of life because you have buyers showing your listings, submitting offers, and you're not out there just grinding, taking buyers around all day in your car, on weekends, on nights. You'll have the power of being able to create your schedule because you have the listings, and that is the best way to be a real estate agent in my opinion. So if you got some value from this video, give me a like. If not for the video, at least give it for this polka dot shirt that I'm wearing today, and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. We'll see ya.